Just wanted to show a little demo video on this MB Origin chassis by Will from Davinium Customs. The chassis itself is from Martin Beyer out of Germany. All the parts here are sterling silver, copper, brass, but this is considered a high-end metal. All the screws were anodized with electrolysis to get this blue-purple look. And then the inner part of the connector was done with perlage. You can see the perlaging, which is kind of watch technique. Also the anodization through electrolysis on these screws, kind of a really custom build. The thing that makes this unique, more so than some of the other MB Origins that were made, was I bought this secondhand. I sent it back to the original installer, Will, to do some enhancements and upgrades. The one thing that it had before was a Profi 2.2 board. We needed a 3.9 to be able to do the programming that I'm used to. He anodized all these screws to give me some nice context as far as a different look and details, subtle details. We added these when we built this top part, because I only received this bottom part. I built the top part to make it a complete MB Origin. The reason for that is that the hilt was originally commissioned as a Starkiller with an MB Origin chassis. So as you can see, this was also redone by Will, added the perlage for the details, and then the anodization through electrolysis for the titanium screws. Originally, I bought the hilt as a Starkiller configuration, like so. And it's set up like this. So essentially, this was how the hilt was. Had these anodized too as well. Parts of this is vintage. I don't know which part of the Graflex, but he used vintage parts. And it's a solid custom one-of-one handmade hilt. But I was like, well, I want to get an MB Origin. That's the ultimate chassis as far as from a collector's standpoint, aside from going vintage, of course. So I commissioned Will to build this top part and basically redo the whole thing. And what I mean by redoing the whole thing is that wiring, it was all set up in parallel, and I wanted to set everything up in series so that I can actually control all the different accents to create different animations when it's on. For example, the original MB Origin just were using green SMD lights. I changed these to LEDs, and now basically I can have these light up whatever color I want per font. These didn't have the rocker to control the motor or to kill the volume, so I had these put in as well. We changed the speaker, updated that, and then I got a crystal that basically can work, to pull up different sets of fonts through Blade Detect, not Blade ID. That's something that's done usually with a CFX board. So at least with what Will does. The technology or programming wasn't there. We didn't understand it, so we just went for a simpler route. So essentially, I can take out these crystals, but by putting in the crystal, it calls a different set of fonts. Similar to Blade ID, but Blade ID works a little bit different. And the crystal has like an extra resistor in there to make it work. But essentially, we've got the same, in theory, thing that we needed to do, and that is basically taking the blue crystal, having it work with the Graflex, because it's Luke's lightsaber with a blue Graflex, blue kyber crystal, and then I can basically pull out this crystal and put a red one in for this Starkiller, and then it'll have a completely separate set of fonts, and I'll show that. So with that being said, basically I can take this crystal here, put this crystal into this I'll use tweezers for this to push this crystal out, just as it's hard to get in there. And then we'll put this in.
Lightsaber activation.
And that pulls up a separate set of fonts that work with the Starkiller. So, as you can see here,
Stardust. Nova. Party Saber.
this would be the first font. There's your red crystal right there. These are all the different fonts specific to this Starkiller and how it connects, right? So I can have this turned on, works with it, all the accents working. And then let's say I want to put this into the Graflex. I'll disconnect. I'll install this portion of the origin chassis. But first I need to change the crystal, right? So we'll change out the crystal. We'll put this in. We'll turn this on.
I don't think you boys can help.
And now you can
Let's
see
go alone.
it changed the whole set of fonts.
Are you a Jedi?
What is it? Your father's lightsaber.
To go with
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Luke's hilt.
Are you a Jedi?
Obi-Wan. Focus.
So
Ray
these are
Skywalker.
more canon fonts that I use for this
Tano.
that can kind of work.
Ray Skywalker.
Obi-Wan.
Are you?
What is it? Father's lightsaber. It's the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
This switch runs the motor right here. This is for mute.
Master Soul.
This one spins faster. I've even controlled how fast the chamber spins too as well.
What is it?
This is the
Father's
slowest.
lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
And essentially this will go into this. I don't do this often, so I want to make sure, but essentially there's a blade holder here. That acts as a retention, which is this one right here. This will take out this blade plug. I'll pull this out, and essentially we'll turn this off first. We can put this in. Clamp card came out, and this basically will go and run up here to connect up here. Let me pull this out first because the blade plug is in here. Boom. All right. And then this will connect with this. Orientation probably is incorrect, but let me set this up here. I believe it's like this. So then this basically should clock into here. And turn to clock correctly. Takes a little bit of effort, but essentially just make sure this turns on.
Grid 5 standing by.
So
Tondile, freeze before you reach the first marker. We'll see you in hell.
that was weird. Oh, it's not in all the way. So yeah, basically you've got to kind of like get it in here. Take some time to do this. So that this goes in and receives. Essentially, that should be it right there. Might be a little bit short.
Are you a
Let's see
Jedi?
if it's working.
I am.
Oh, it just needs to be pulled back a little bit. There it is. So there we go. And then this will hold the blade. So you'll basically put the blade in here. 7/8 inch blade. Then we'll retain it with this. Hold it down. Notice that this goes like this. I'm not sure if this clamp card, I need to look at that, but that's correct. But then this receives into it. Essentially you have your Graflex. Now I have to figure out this orientation. But yeah, that's pretty much how this works with regards to just kind of a demo and how this breaks down. Definitely a show hilt, right? You want to just display it. But it is capable of being installed into a hilt and working. Being broken down, placed into a separate other hilt, and having it work here. Swapping out the crystals and pulling up a whole new set of fonts. Yep, and that's basically the MB Origin Graflex with the SK Starkiller combo.